Guys, so for those of you who don't know, this year I've started a book club on Facebook and I post videos for the discussions and stuff like that. And I decided I think I'm going to start putting the videos up here on my YouTube page. And so right now, the book we're reading for December is The Fault in Our Stars. So if you want to join in, please read The Fault in Our Stars. And I'm going to leave the link for the Facebook group down below in the doobly-doo. And I'm going to show you next my video where I'm recommending 3 books for the holidays. So if you want to join my book club, you can comment here on Facebook, but the best way to really get connected to the community is to join the Facebook group. So I'll leave that link down below in the doobly-doo. Alright, good morning, friends. So I've been meaning to put up a short video of 3 Christmas book recommendations for you guys to read in case you want something else to read other than The Fault in Our Stars. I just haven't had the time because I'm working like 3 jobs right now, so my life is slightly crazy. So I decided I could sneak in a video this morning as I'm getting ready for work and I'm drinking my coffee with my grumpy cup because I love my grumpy mug. Alright, so first, I hope you guys are enjoying The Fault in Our Stars. I actually haven't started yet, but I will be soon. In case you were wondering, we're going to read through chapter 11. That's kind of roughly halfway through the book. So, chapter 11, Fault in Our Stars, December 15th. It'll be awesome, and we'll have a video and discussion as always. Okay, so, book recommendations for Christmas. My first recommendation is this one. It just came out this year. It is short stories. It's young adult. It's called My True Love Gave to Me, and it was edited by Stephanie Perkins. But it's 12 different young adult love stories about the holidays, and there's a lot of really good authors in here. The ones that I was familiar with were Holly Black, Gail Forman. Holly Black wrote The Coldest Girl in the Whole Town. Gail Forman wrote If I Stay. Stephanie Perkins, who wrote the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy, which is one of my all-time favorites. Rainbow Rowell, we've had a lot of requests for books by Rainbow Rowell, including myself. I've been requested her because I love her. Laini Taylor, who wrote the Auto and Smoke and Bone trilogy. And there's a lot of other ones too, but oh my gosh, I've read 9 out of the 12 stories so far. Short stories aren't usually my thing. I don't read a whole lot of short stories, but these I've been loving. Like, they're so cute. Like, if you're a total sap like me, you're gonna go through this book, and every story at the end, you're just gonna be like, "Aw, that was awesome." What was really cute is that, especially the really good authors, they make it not just about the love story. Like, there's, like, their little cute romance, but there's also, like, stuff that has to do with their family and their lives, and a lot of them are actually about, like, the first year of college, which I think is kind of cool. I'm glad that authors are exploring that time of your life because that can be really interesting. That first semester in college can be really tough, so a lot of it is, like, their first Christmas break after college, you know, which is cool. And, like, I think out of the 9 stories that I've read, there's only been 3 of them that I haven't loved. But it wasn't because they were bad stories. They just weren't my particular cup of tea. But the beauty of short stories all in one book is if you don't like one story, that's okay. Because it's a bunch of them that you have. So that means I liked half of the books in this book. Half of the stories in this book so far. I still have a few more to go. But they're really cute, and they really do explore all different holidays. Like, there's Christmas, there's New Year's, there's Hanukkah, there's some random Nordic holiday I've never heard of, and there's winter solstice, so it's really cool. And so even if you don't celebrate that holiday, you'll still like the story. They're all super adorable and just make my heart smile. So basically, if you like Christmas, young adult, and like sappy Christmas holiday stories, you will love this book. My next recommendation, I haven't read it yet, but I'm super excited. It is called Winter Spell by Claire Legrand. It's almost like Legend, but there's a random art in there. It is a retelling of the Nutcracker. It's like a fantasy adventure thriller version of the Nutcracker. So I don't really know if it actually is a Christmas story, but since it's the Nutcracker, I'm assuming it is. And just I don't know. There's been so many retellings of fairy tales the last few years, but I haven't seen anything about the Nutcracker, and so I just think this will be really, really interesting. There's a really good review of it by Marissa Meyer, who wrote the Ludo Chronicles, which I love. So I felt like that was a pretty good recommendation because I love Marissa Meyer, not Stephanie Meyer, not Twilight, Marissa Meyer, who wrote the Lunar Chronicles. I just want to have that clarified. So again, I haven't read it yet, but I'm super excited. So if you want something a little bit more fantasy, adventure, thriller versus like holiday special, I recommend this book. And then my third recommendation, I don't have the book to show you because it is buried in my basement somewhere with all of my old apartment stuff because I kept it with my Christmas stuff. But it is The Autobiography of Santa Claus by Jeff Guinn. I don't know how to say his last name, but it's spelled Guinn. And basically, the concept is not young adult, it's just regular fiction. And the concept is that Santa wanted to write his autobiography. So he approached this author and was like, I'm going to tell you my story, but obviously I can't write it myself. So can you write my story for me? And oh my gosh, it is so good. It's so cute. It's so much fun. It's not just cute, but like it's really good because it starts with the actual story of St. Nicholas. So it starts with St. Nicholas and it goes on from there. And it has this really awesome way of like integrating history and these really major historical characters and all the different types of legends of Santa Claus and just like combining them all into one story where you're reading it and you're like, oh my gosh, Santa could actually be a thing. Like you like for a little while you're reading the book, you kind of believe that Santa actually exists. And I think it's so awesome. There's other books that go along with it. Like the one I have, it came in a set of 3. It was like one book with 3 books in it. And the second one was like about Mrs. Claus, and the third one was like in something about I think I haven't read the other 2 yet. But the third one is maybe I think like people in America stopped believing, and so Santa had to like find a way to make them believe or something. But it was really, really good, and it's not like written for kids. It's written for adults. It's just general fiction, and it's so good. And the autobiography of Santa Claus, I think, is just a really awesome classic Christmas story. And it just kind of makes you believe in Santa again for a little while. And it's just really creative, and Santa's hilarious. I mean, they always say he's jolly, but just like the humor that he had in that book was just not what I expected, and it was awesome. And I'm just like, Santa, you're hilarious. I really should have, put those pieces together myself, but I didn't. And it was awesome. So those are my recommendations for books to read in December. If you want something else other than The Fault in Our Stars to read, if you want something a little bit more holiday and Christmassy, leave your favorite Christmas stories and holiday stories in the comments and tell us what you're reading over the holidays, what your favorite books are. I kind of wanted to give some recommendations that weren't just like your typical Christmas Carol and stuff, that which Christmas Carol is amazing and those classic Christmas stories are awesome, but sometimes I just know we want something a little bit different. So tell us your Christmas and holiday recommendations in the comments. I hope you're enjoying The Fault in Our Stars, and I will see you December 15th.